Who doesn't remember both the good and the bad that comes with First Love? We're at the premiere for Crazy Beautiful tonight, and if you don't remember what First Love was like, this film will absolutely remind you. What was it like when you found out you got this role?
You know what, I was sort of like in disbelief. I didn't really, I didn't jump up and yell. I was just like, okay, so, what happens next? I was just like, sort of, who knows if it was going to be taken away from me. I didn't want to get too excited because then who knows if I was going to get let down. So it was kind of a weird reaction when they told me, because John, the director, called me and he's like, you got the role. I was like, okay, thanks, man.
What do you hope this does for interracial relationships? Of course, you're in an interracial relationship with Kirsten Dunst in this film. Do you hope it makes it more acceptable?
Well, I think it should be more acceptable. It shouldn't be, an issue, whether or not somebody's, whatever they are, it shouldn't be an issue, So it's like sort of, I guess, a sign of the times. It's like a lot of more interracial couples are just there and happening. And I mean, my girlfriend's white, my brother's fiance is Asian, and so it's like, for me, it's like no big deal. I don't see it as a problem, and hopefully other people see it that way too.
And what do you think this does for Latino roles in Hollywood?
Well, hopefully it'll start a trend. It's like so much of the stuff that's put out there in terms of Latin characters, really negative, really gang members and drug dealers and this and that. And it's like have some imagination. Write something interesting and different. And this was one of those things. Where they took the time out to sort of like research and write something different. And it was, it's really cool. And like I said, hopefully it'll start a trend. Maybe there'll be more Latin characters that are positive. Somebody you can look up to instead of being like, wow, that guy needs to be in jail or something.
Another thug.
Yeah.
Now, just between old friends, you and me, we're like 5 minutes in now. Tell us something funny or super embarrassing that happened on the set, or something that just you thought was amazing.
Something that I thought was funny was Rick Delago, one of the producers, had to do a scene. I mean, well, he kind of just did it. I don't know how it came about, but he was in one of the scenes, and it's where we're in the dark room, and me and Kirsten are sort of making out. And he's like, "Hey kids, get out of here!" And he was like so embarrassed and so like nervous to do it, and he like walks out. He's like, I don't know how you guys do that. And it was like just like.
Are on-screen kisses tough?
Yeah, they are. Everybody thinks like, oh, I would love to do that, and that kind of thing. I'd love to kiss Kirsten, but it's hard. It's like I was really nervous. I was more nervous than she was.
What kind of best friend are you in this film?
I'm a really good best friend because I don't get mad when she leaves me, when she bails for her man. No, I just play like every young girl has a best friend in life, and I just believe that our friendship was very real in the film, like when she's going through all her stuff, like I'm just there for her.
And what do you think about this film? One of the issues it deals with is interracial dating.
Yeah.
Is that becoming more common? Like, are young people accepting that?
I don't think it's more common. I just think it's finally being accepted. I mean, I've never had a problem with it. I didn't grow up at all with any kind of racial anything. I don't see that way. So I'm just glad they're making films about it and like can expose it to the world so people can see it, Because it's no big deal. If you fall in love with somebody, who cares what color? I mean, come on. What's a color? Like,
absolutely.
Silly.
And one last question. What was it like working on this film?
Oh, it was so much fun. I love the story. Like, I was just so happy. I was so happy to be working with Kirsten and Jay. I was just really happy.
Jay, such a natural. I, really felt like we had a good chemistry together, and he just.
They had magic.
He's a good actor, Jay, and I think he's gonna go very far.
You think, this is a role that's breakthrough, and we'll see him in a lot more leading man?
Definitely.
What attracted you to this film?
I mean, John was part of it. I saw.
We saw that. Stop giving her peer pressure, John.
I thought Cheaters was, very well done. Thought John was a good storyteller and that he wouldn't make like a teen fluffy romance, and I don't think we have that, and I think that it really speaks, truthful to teenagers and other people, and I think that it's a very strong film for young people.
Do you think the interracial relationship is going to turn anybody away? Or?
Not at all. If anything, it'll attract people, I think.
What was it like working with all these newcomers? Was it difficult or was it refreshing?
You know what? I don't even think of it like that. I mean, we're all actors. We're on the same boat. And Taryn I went to acting class with when I was younger, so she was like having a sister on set. And Jay was, professional and focused. I mean, I would never, not have
You
somebody
did help
in the
them out
movie.
with blocking and knowing where their marks were.
Hey, you gotta
Was there some problems going on with getting everyone in their places? They didn't know the cues and stuff?
Hey, sometimes, but it just makes it more fun. You know what I mean? What's the fun in like having everybody all, knowing what they're doing sometimes? Sometimes you can get great, just
We gave up on marks. We just
improvising
realized
out
marks
of
were
it
sort
all.
of irrelevant.
John, was it tough directing these newcomers?
No, it was wonderful. It was exuberant and exhilarating. I was thrilled to have them, to have that kind of energy. It was really nice. Yeah, so it was great.